Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on GFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program for you, we bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I must start today's morning show. So Fabrizio Romano will be one of our transfer gurus. When they let us know, say Martin Zubimendi to Arsenal. Here we go. Confirm. In fact, before I just came up live, Fabrizio Romano posted this in not up to 30 minutes ago. So it's revealed Martin Zubimendi has all agreed to join Arsenal. Here we go. Confirmed. The here we go for Zubimendi remain in place because you don't when talk this here we go, but you just confirm for you to let you see Madrid no get out. Get say that since May. Then they run this agreement and everything for the deal. The midfielder will undergo medical and sign contract at Arsenal in the next weeks with no change of plans. But also said that will receive around 65 million euros paid with installments as part of the regulations. It's all agreed. Now, for this particular deal, say now we no break the buyout clause. Instead, we pay above the buyout clause to give us the opportunity to structure the payments instrumentally. Now, before Fabrizio Romano carry this news come, this morning, I was watching Sky Sports. Sky Sports say Martin Zubimendi deal, there could potentially be drama. That according to reports in Spain, Real Madrid are hoping to beat Arsenal to the signing of Real Sociedad midfielder Martin Zubimendi. This guy, they do the analysis for Sky Sports. According to AS, which is a Spanish publication, a Spanish newspaper, that Real Madrid are really pushing. Real Madrid want to sign the guy, and when Real Madrid call you, you must answer. So the way Real Madrid they call the guy, there is nobody. Like Real Madrid have this pool. As I was, it's just they vex me. I can't go by the comment section. What was it? Because at the end of the day, the guy say we don't have the full information. But Real Madrid I say you don't have the full information, yet you are pushing fear towards Arsenal fans and you are trying to upset them. Documents have already been exchanged between Arsenal and Real Sociedad. Yet you believe that Madrid can still get the player because Spanish paper AS said so? Really? Ali Isaac, in fact, the mainstream media always try to push false narrative against the Arsenal so that they can get more comments and views from the Arsenal fans trying to cause division and problem where they are not. If you are maybe an Arsenal fan that is very, very gullible, maybe say this person tell you go down the fear, you go down the panic. Say, hey, Rimali don't carry the guy. This was before Fabrizio Romano dropped this year we go. And this was even before David Ornstein said, because David Ornstein first Fabrizio Romano drop updates. Ornstein say Martin Zubimendi transfer to Arsenal is regarded by the club as being done and signed. And the player is expected to link up with the squad for the start of preseason. Real Madrid like Zubimendi, yes, but they did not pursue him or they are not actively working on recruiting him. This is from David Ornstein. And when David Ornstein comes outside, as they always hype the guy because he's a journalist. Fabrizio Romano is not a journalist. So if David Ornstein tell you, say, rain go fall and sun dey shine, Baba, go find your umbrella. I believe the guy died. So once I consider David Ornstein report, I say, can you imagine? My guy don't talk now, so nothing anybody want to do. Now, do you know the funny thing? Sky Sports, as a media organization, as big as they are supposed to have independent, not really independent, supposed to have correspondents in Spain. Just like we have Florian Plettenberg, Sky Sports correspondent in Germany. We have Sacha Tavioleri, Sky Sports correspondent in Switzerland. We are supposed to have Sky Sports correspondents in Spain, so that when people like AS put out a report, your own correspondent not supposed to rely on AS. Your own correspondent is supposed to have first-hand information. Go to the place, just like Florian Plettenberg they go there, go and get the report so that you don't embarrass your. Imagine Sky Sports tell you because AS said they did not do their own independent verification. Because AS said, for that reason, it is true. I don't know the kind of journalism they practice for that place. I was very, very angry. Look at the way the Athletic, because the David Ornstein works with the Athletic. Look at the way they work. This journalist, Mario Cortegana, is an Athletic correspondent that works in Spain. Him, they cover everything concerning Real Madrid. Look at his page on Twitter. He works for Athletic Football, Real Madrid and transfer market at the Athletic. He represents them. So him now first give the report say Zubimendi to Arsenal transfer structure. Real Sociedad will receive around 65 million euros, more than the 60 million release clause, so that it can be paid in installments. Real Madrid like Martin Zubimendi, but sources insist they have not actively worked to sign him. Now he get the direct source, now he go there, get the info before Einstein come break am. That is how it's supposed to be. Don't be say go there for your AC office, when they quote waiting AS. Whereas you are a bigger media than AS. AS supposed to be reporting and giving attribution to you. You are giving report and attribution. Oh, come on. I'm embarrassed on behalf of them. But it's okay. At least we don't get clarity on that deal. We've signed our first player. Nobody did no more arguments. Done and dusted. Yeah, so let's move on. Now, away from that, Florian Plettenberg going to give us an exclusive news. Say Bayern Munich are going for Bradley Barcola. Now, you see why when I go to town and talk, say nobody only ask and they do linking. If they say I know they bring all this Bayern, it's not going to say Bayern they go for a very cheesy. Bayern they go for Nico Williams. Bayern they go for Rafael. Bayern they go for Bradley Barcola now. Now, the thing is, the deal is quite difficult to realize, but Bayern are actively exploring the potential transfer of the player. If a move for Barcola proves impossible, Nico Williams is the top alternative. Now, Max Eberl, who is also keeping other options open, including Ishii. They still want to go for Mitoma. They still want to go for Cody Gakpo. Only one club. Okay. Don't be saying they go sign all these people. But it is allowed because the transfer market we did. At the same time, they say as it remains uncertain whether a move for Bradley Barcola can be realized, Bayern have intensified talks with Nico Williams in recent days. There have been meetings and discussions. One advantage, he has a release clause of around 60 million euros. The downside is that his wage is very, very high. He currently earns 7 to 8 million per year at Atletico Bilbao. Williams can very well imagine a move to Bayern. That's why there have been new developments. Why will there not be new developments? Yesterday, I gave you I told you about the not financial fair play, the profitability and sustainability regulation policy that hinders and restricts EPL clubs from competing with their counterparts like Bayern and PSG. Look at Bayern now. Bayern can decide to pay Nico Williams £350,000 per week. We cannot do that because of the PSR. You see, say there is inequality between us based on the league rules and regulations, the code of conduct where they guide these different leagues. Is it fair? The answer is no. But what can we do about it? Nothing. Quite nothing. So at the end of the day, if you say maybe Bayern now can go sign Nico Williams, they can look on the power and say Arsenal. We cannot afford it. There is no way we can compete with Bayern when it comes to giving player salary. I saw some people, they were asking questions, saying, but CHUKS, even though PSR do for England, how come Chelsea can't spend anyhow? They buy as they like. Like, what are we not understanding? Now, the thing is, you may not be aware, Chelsea, they operate around a loophole. For every rule, there is a loophole. It depends on people if you find that loophole. Chelsea, by themselves, sell part of their assets to another company where they say they now then get Blueco. I think they sold the women's stadium, maybe the women's restaurant. They sold something. Like the job that say Chelsea sell to Chelsea, or maybe I sell something to my wife. Maybe I still the same family, the same umbrella. Now, based on that sale, the revenue generated from that sale was registered into the club as fresh revenue. Now, what will help them stay afloat of this PSR? EPL could not do anything. EPL said, okay, we will allow. But UEFA did not allow. UEFA said, no, that's illegal. We cannot allow you to do that. That's illegal. That is the situation of things today. That's why Chelsea, they give players 8 years contract, 7 years contract, so that they structure all these payments into different accounting window and seasons. Chelsea now are born. But Arsenal cannot do that because we don't deploy deception. We are very, very honest in our dealings. Sadly, that is the reality of today's business. So, is it legally right what they have done? Within the ambits of the law, they are right. But morally, it is quite wrong and goes against every ethics you can think of. But it is what it is. Arsenal cannot do that. What can we do? So let's move on. Now, away from that, I can't see this particular news about Thomas Frank, that Thomas Frank is going to be the new Spurs head coach, agreements in place, yada yada. Fabrizio Romano broke the news. I was like, wow, we don't get new rival, I guess. Say for I think it is Hong Kong. I believe that several will play preseason. We are going to be playing Tottenham Hotspur. So I think Thomas Frank is going to be the new manager of Tottenham Hotspur. So now moving forward, it is what it is. So they don't give Pep a honorary degree by the University of Manchester, recognizing his extraordinary contribution to the city of Manchester over 9 years on and off the pitch. So they reward them, although I don't know whether a PhD degree, I've been a BSc, I don't know, I've been a master's, I don't know which one they give her, because normally all this type of award, a PhD they usually give honorary, but I don't know which one they give her, but he quite deserves it because that guy has really done well for himself. So he quite deserves it. All right. According to the Athletic also, you may not be aware, but do you know that Arsenal are looking for a new centre back? They almost got the Hodgson, but it don't really work for us. So now we can't carry our mind go this McGuehi of Crystal Palace. Now the report states that Mikel Arteta signed a central defender to complement the first choice pairing of Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba. If Arsenal do enter the defender markets, one man high on their list is going to be McGuehi, who is 24 years old. Tottenham Hotspur pursued this guy like mad. They almost signed him the last time, but Palace no agree. So this time around, they say the push gone. Now, Guehi has 1 year remaining on his contract, which means he's going to be coming for cheap, which would make him considerably more affordable. The issue is whether the player is prepared to join Arsenal, because when you join Arsenal, have it at the back of your mind that you are going to be on the bench, and you know that he's trying to compete for a place in the World Cup year. And when you play on the bench, when you stay on the bench, people don't really see you. Switch if he don't choose you. So now what thing they try to avoid. So now the question becomes, will he join a club where he's going to be playing consistently, maybe like Tottenham Hotspur, with no ambition, or join a club like us, ambition, but your contribution is going to be minimal? So I never really know. And the player will decide at the end of the day. Maybe we go decide for him. So now so it just be. Now Mario Cortegana, who is one of the reporters for the Athletic in Spain, when they let us know, say Rodrygo has been approached by Premier League clubs, with Arteta convinced that he would have a big role at Arsenal. But the player will speak to Madrid and Alonso to express that he wants to feel important in the team, and that the place where he feels comfortable playing is the left wing. This is the issue done this somewhat dicey. Why they try to shift focus to the left wing is because based on the Franco Mastatuono, where Real Madrid buy from River Plate, we go play that right wing. We got a guy on the left, he go play on the right, cut into his left, boom. You know, say, and Xabi Alonso na person say he like Adagula like mad. When they buy Leverkusen, he won't sign up. There's no way they come meet him here, Everly, that one go play. So he don't know say he go hard. Now the left wing they just won't come play. And then Vinicius day. You won't compare Vinicius. So look at all these variables. So the best thing, if I may be Rodrygo, the best thing is Kukuma can't join Arsenal. But the Arsenal way they come, I can tell you for free, say you physically fight Martinelli for that first shirt and you go get him. Because in my opinion, you are better than Martinelli. Not because I hate Martinelli, but I feel Rodrygo is tricky, he's pacey, he can bomb from outside. I think he's better than Martinelli. He will activate that left side if they bring him. So you better make they fight Martinelli than say one go fight Vinicius. That's dead on arrival. It's a battle you cannot win. So, but at the end of the day, like what Cartagena is saying, once the guy still never discuss his Xavi, the ones then discuss, they will know how all these things will unfold. Now, for those who don't know, the transfer window is closing today. Today's 10. Now it will reopen on the 16th. In case you are not following proceedings, transfer window will open on the 16th again. So we will see how everything will unfold. Now let's begin the first message for one of our sponsors, Mega Resources Limited. So they are into genuine BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Land Rover, Range Rover, Rolls-Royce, Mini Cooper, Jaguar spare parts, and car accessories. And they also deal on Castrol lubricants. So whether wholesale or retail, they deliver nationwide, and their delivery cost is affordable. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on 0803 5075 or 090 994 333 90, and they're located at Suites A3 and A4, ground floor, NB Plaza, Gudu District, Gariki, Abuja, Nigeria. So if you're interested in any of the products, do give them a call. I remember, give me 1 second, man, drink water. Woo! That's good. All right, so in case you're not aware too, Arsenal post for their official website, Marquinhos has joined Cruzeiro. So we wish him all the best things in his career. He gets making goal. Like, we just wish him well. Fabrizio Romano, before I went live, want to bring this breaking news that Barcelona have decided not to sign Nico Williams. So they don't involve. Not to sign them. They don't involve anything with Nico Williams. So maybe not because of the wages, because we know that Barcelona have financial issues and they have to sell before they buy. Okay, so that one I said, but not just the observe. Now only maybe Arsenal, Bayern, now really they push. Now, many of you don't see this particular news. Say Al Hilal don't turn their attention to Benjamin Sesko. So the Daily Mail actually put up the story. Now Al Hilal, today is their deadline. If they won't sign player, we go play for Club World Cup. So they don't go for Osimhen. Osimhen said no. They don't go for Gyokeres. Gyokeres said no. They don't go for Sesko. Sesko don't tell and say no. He wants to join us. Now, when you read the entirety of this particular report from the Daily Mail, you will see they say Al Hilal are keen to bring in a frontman today as a window ahead of the competition. Shots at 7 p.m. tonight, which is why they have this urgency and they're throwing big money around. Now, the Saudi club are managed by former Inter Milan boss Managerial, who is looking to pick up his first piece of silverware in the USA over the next month. Mail Sports understands that Sesko, who scored 21 goals and registered 6 assists in all competition last season, including 4 in the Champions League, wants to join Arsenal. Simple as ABC. QED. No more, no long talk. Yeah, so die when the panic, die that area. You guys don't go anywhere. Why would you be 21? You just turned 22. You won't go Saudi Arabia. Never achieve anything for Europe. Nothing. They do something like that. Now, in a twist of events, Gyokeres is very, very angry with Sporting Lisbon. Why? London Evening Standard reports that Gyokeres is angry because Sporting Lisbon have ignored the gentleman agreements he agreed with them. Say, okay, if I stay with you 1 more year, when I will collect like 60 million, which is about maybe 50 million pounds or 55 million pounds, if somebody wants to sign me. Now, when they say people want to sign out, Sporting say no. That it has to be 80 million euros. Gyokeres is very, very angry. You see why at the time when I talk, say, we don't really have the full story. That is why in the media space, we have conjecture. We don't have the complete story. They're just speaking out of ignorance. We don't really know what is going behind the scenes. What really happened. That's why I told you, in the coming days, we will get clarity on why Arsenal is not going for this deal, or why many other people are not going for this deal. There is deception. Now, when you read the entirety of this particular London Evening Standard report, you will now see where they say Victor Gyokeres is furious that the gentleman agreement that allows him to leave Sporting this summer has not been adhered to. According to reports in Portugal, it is believed that the 27-year-old has a deal with his current employers that will allow him depart if an offer of 60 million euros comes in, which is about 58 million pounds. 58 million pounds is very, very affordable. Anybody can afford it. It is cheap. However, it has reportedly been disregarded by Sporting president Federico Varandas, who is thought to be holding out for 80 million euros instead. That has resulted in Gyokeres feeling furious that a promise to him made at the beginning of the season has been broken. The thing is serious, so to the extent where they say Gyokeres go for Instagram, come on Sporting Lisbon for him bio. For you to know, say there is credibility in this report. It may even be bigger than this. There may be some underlying things that are happening that we don't know. Maybe Arsenal don't go meet them. They hold out on money. They are making things difficult. Maybe they got a para. For a player that is telling everybody, Arsenal is my first choice. Chelsea are saying, okay, if Arsenal no agree again, we dey. Juve are saying, we are monitoring. In case Arsenal no agree, we dey. Mind yourself, we are monitoring. The boy loves Arsenal, but for some reason that we don't know, which we are getting some kind expo now, Arsenal went all in for Sesko, which in the beginning we were hearing Gyokeres Arsenal, Gyokeres Arsenal, Gyokeres. All of a sudden something changed. Wow! None of us know. This one I think just the tip of the iceberg. Maybe later. we will get the full story of what transpired. For me, I think it's already late. Arsenal put all their eggs in Sesko baskets, the way it is looking like. Because for the guy to remove Sportingsman from his bio, it tells you something is brewing underground that we are not aware of. Well, let's move on. Now, let's bring you another message from another of our sponsors, Mobile World Associates and Co. Limited. They are into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They are also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 80 and they're located at number 7 Kennewood Road, Orazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port. So if you're interested in any of the services, you give them a call. So the biggest news of the day is that Fabrizio Romano is letting us know that Zubimendi to Arsenal. Here we go, confirmed. Those story, Marino get out. Get the guy has signed for Arsenal. Medical coming in the next week. So anybody in the panic say maybe the Hong Kong kidnapped Martin Zubimendi. Dead die your thoughts. Everywhere good. All right, that's all of us. I think it's a fine place for us to call the show and end. Like come your way later in the evening to give you the evening news. So then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. And get out. All right, guys. Ciao.